Hello everyone, welcome to or welcome back to my channel. My name is Sophie and I predominantly post about hormonal health and anti-inflammatory living. And the last time we caught up properly, I was in the thick of it with the most extreme anti-inflammatory diet known to man called the autoimmune protocol. And I remember making the video being like, I really hope this is the thing that changes my life. I don't know, I'm going to document it. And I ended up doing it all across Instagram and TikTok. And I so regret not posting more YouTube videos about it, because honestly, the things that have happened in the last 12 months are insane. And I've been telling my now fiance, Dylan, who is literally behind me there, I was like, I really want to do YouTube again. And I was just like, now is the time. So I've got a couple of days coming up in London. Everybody wanted to see a full body lymphatic tutorial. And I was like, I know, I'm going to bring back YouTube and vlog the entire experience. So I'm officially back. I'm going to be vlogging every single week. And I'm going to share every single step of my anti-inflammatory life because it's changed my life. And I know it can help so many others too. I've got a podcast coming out. I've written a book which comes out in January. And genuinely, I just don't know what's happened in the last 12 months. It's been insane. We are definitely overdue a catch up. So let's get into it. Good morning everyone, we are going to do my full body 6-step lymphatic routine. Now this is something that I've been following ever since finding, it's called the Big 6, so it's like an official routine that I follow. It's 6 steps, you have to do it in that specific order, and I'm going to show it to you right now so you can do it with me, or you can save it and do it another time. But basically always start with the collarbones, and you basically take your fingers above and below your collarbone and just move back and forward like this, up to like 15 times. So again, this is such a quick routine. You don't press heavily because your lymph system sits literally just beneath the skin. And once you've gone back and forward a few times, you give it a little bit of a tap, again a light tap, and then you move on to the other side. Now, I started doing this because I read about the importance of detoxification and how the lymph system, things can get stuck, especially if you struggle with water retention, which I used to struggle with a lot and still do sometimes, to be honest with you, and read all about this lymphatic drainage system and how you can manually help yourself do it every single morning. Now, move to step 2, which is the ears. You get your fingers like this, you hook them behind the ears, and then you just go like this in circular motions, and you can start to feel like fluid drip down sometimes. It's really strange. So anyway, when I started doing it in this specific order, because there's quite a lot of routines out there, but this is the one that's just really helped me. And when I started doing it, oh my God, the difference, especially after a couple of weeks of doing it, like my face was leaner, my body was leaner, and I was just like, oh my God, it was fluid retention that whole time. So once I've done that for a few seconds, I just tap down the side of the neck on both sides. It's important that you do both sides. And then you go to the armpit area. So you kind of want to start with this outer area and just rub back and forward. And then you do a light pumping sensation under the armpit. Whilst I'm doing this, I also like to feel for like any lumps and bumps, because it's totally normal to have some sometimes. But doing this regularly means that I know what are my normal lumps and bumps and what might be something new. So just a little quick tip to make sure that you have a feel every now and again, because you never know. After doing this side, and move on to this one. And the reason you do it in this order apparently is because that's the order that your system actually drains in. So I kind of think of it like your lymph system, remember to do the other side by the way, your lymph system as kind of like pipes bringing water along, and when you get all like puffy and swollen, it's like leaves have clogged the pipes. So doing this rubbing, doing this pumping is kind of getting rid of the leaves so that the water can flow through. Now we've done number 1, number 2, number 3, and now number 4 is the stomach area. Let me move you. Okay, number 4 is the stomach area. So you want to put one palm above the belly button, one below, and then you just move back and forward. You can move up and down, and you might see people do it differently. I do not have the coordination for doing it the other way, so I just do this. And instead of like tapping or slapping my stomach, I just do this like pumping motion. And honestly, if you struggle with constipation, let me know how you feel after it, because this works a treat. Once you've done that, again, you can see how quick this routine is. You move on to your groin area. So literally in the crease of your groin, you again can either rub back and forward like that, or you can just do that pumping sensation. Whatever feels good to you. Like I like to kind of do a combination of everything. And after doing it for like a week or so, I feel like you'll just kind of get your groove with it. Once you've done that side, again, it's only like 10 to 15 times on each side. You kind of just get a feel for what you enjoy doing. But I find it like very therapeutic in the morning. And again, same with like the lumps and bumps around this area. I also look for this area too. So I think it's like a nice little health scan to do. every single morning. Once that's done, final step of the back of the knees. Everyone always forgets the back of the knees. It's a really weird one to show you, okay, so I'm just gonna have to do this, but I just put my fingers behind my knee and literally just like pulse it back and forward, exactly the same way I do my armpit. So once you do this, I'm trying to cover my boobs because I don't want to show too much on YouTube. God forbid I get censored on my first video. Once you've done one side, you do the other. And literally that is it, girls. Honestly, please give this a go. Also, if you're a guy watching this, give it a go. Girls and guys can do this too. Let me know how you feel, because this was one of those things that just made me feel amazing. And that is it, I'm done. And that is it. That is your 6-step lymphatic drainage system. Do it every single morning if you're feeling well. If you've got a chest infection or if you have something serious like cancer, they do say not to do it because you are moving fluid, you are moving toxins, and you don't want to spread anything. I had a horrid chest infection a couple of months ago. Couldn't do it for like 3 weeks and it was horrid. So just be wary, make sure you're fit and healthy when you do it. But if you are someone who struggles with puffiness, especially around the eyes, around the face, honestly, you're gonna love it. I think the last time we caught up was actually, if you watched my engagement video, me and my fiance, just engaged, I need to actually put my ring on. We went to Copenhagen and I thought we were just like vlogging for fun. Like it wasn't like a women's health update or like a vlog with me about what I'm doing in my life. It was just like me and him having a bit of fun because we're both a bit like nerdy, love cameras, love vlogging. And anyway, got engaged, which is exciting. But that's when we were living in London. We've now moved to Cardiff because Dylan's job has moved there. So he used to play for Harlequins and now he's playing for Dragons in Cardiff. So we've moved back, we're in his house. So everything is a bit of a mess. So please just ignore the chaos. But basically I need to pack some outfits. So I'm actually only going for a meeting with my manager, meet up with someone that I work with. And then on the last day I'm filming the final episode. We've not spoken about podcast. If you don't follow me on Instagram and TikTok, I'm launching a podcast. It's called the Finally Found Podcast. And it's a final episode and it's actually going to be a solo episode with me, and I'm going to be going through my AIP journey, everything that I learned, everything that I fucking wish I'd have known, because oh my god, I would have done so much differently, and a bit more about the book that I've written. Honestly, so much has happened in the last year. I feel like we should have like a sit down coffee catch up, like a rundown of like the last 12 months. I'll make a little coffee and we'll have a catch up, but a lot has happened and a lot needs to like be pulled together now to like finish it off. The book is in final edits, the podcast is almost done. Also in the middle of launching an app, which in hindsight would have done different timeline, but I do everything all at the same time because when I get ideas I can't stop following through with them. So my life is a bit chaotic and this is probably a visual representation of that. So I need to pack an outfit for the final episode. I might actually just wear this because it gets dead hot in that studio. Then I just need some like casual stuff because me and my friend Lucy are going to do that cacao ceremony and then we're going to do Pilates the next day. Honestly, that is the most like bougie morning. That is not normally what my life is like, but when I go to London I like to make the most of it. So let's get packing. Suitcase, check. Everyone thinks this is the bougie Rimowa one. It wasn't, it was 80 quid from Costco and it's ideal. It lasted really, really well so far anyway. I'm gonna get a quick pack before going. I think I'm gonna get a coffee. I'm really off at the moment. I just find it makes me really inflamed. It's not always, it's just recently I've lost my skin's a bit to it. Don't really want to risk it. These are really good options if you skipped breakfast and you want like a high protein start, but I would actually get 2 of them, so I'd get some extra eggs because that is not enough protein. I'll actually just come to M&S because it's got much better options. If you can tolerate dairy, like that's got 24 grams of protein in it, which is great. I always try and get 20 to 30 grams in the morning. There's amazing chia seed puddings, which is so good for fibre. If you're constipated, this would be great. But my favourite salad is this one. Really hope I'm not going to be late. I hate being late, but basically the tube that I was going to get was cancelled because of the heat wave, because any mild change in weather and the UK just like breaks down. So I'm going to go meet my new management at the moment, who are fairly central. We've met before, we've had like a chat at this event, Trick Awards. I went with them and I loved them, so I'm just excited to chat with them properly. But again, I think I've already mentioned this in the vlog, that we're just going to chat about what I want to do more, which basically is events and build Found. So if I haven't mentioned Found yet, Found is the women's health brand that I'm starting, and I'm basically just sick of everything being so hard when it comes loads of women's health, managing appointments, symptom tracking, all of that stuff. And so I'm trying to change it with Found. So I'm going to chat to them as well about how I want that to tie in. So it's a lot to go through. I've planned my episode for Thursday. So Thursday is podcast day, filming the solo episode, which is like my journey, AIP, all of that stuff. And the podcast comes out at the end of this month as well, so we are cutting it short. It's like a bonus episode. There'll be 8 episodes now, which is great. So yeah, exciting stuff. Well, after paying £10 for an Uber to drive me what was supposed to be a 5-minute drive, we ended up in standstill traffic. So then I had to get out of the Uber because it wasn't moving. So far, the return to London has been like a baptism of fucking fire.
Gosh.
Done
This
it.
is Sophie Richards and it's July 26th. I don't know objective is.
Okay, meeting done. I'm officially the sweatiest person in London. Be thankful that you can't smell through YouTube yet. I'm literally with my suitcase and everything because I thought I'd be able to get to my friend Lucy's. Basically, we're about to do a cacao ceremony together, and I thought I would go straight to hers, leave my stuff. But we ended up running over a bit, so I've just come straight here. And it's like perfect timing because it's almost 4:30 and we've got the cacao ceremony. If you haven't had a cacao ceremony before or heard of it before, neither had I until very recently, and it's literally like changed my life. I feel like I'm so much happier when I'm more connected, and when I do my daily meditation, when I do my gratitude journaling, like I'm just fucking happier. So when people are like, there's no science behind it, I'm like, look, I'm telling you that I'm happier when I do this shit, so just fucking leave me be and drink my cacao. So I'm not going to film inside the ceremony just because I'm trying to be more present, but I will show you the studio and like the setup because it's gorgeous. We are doing our favourite thing, walking. Also, this is Lucy. Hello. We had the cacao ceremony, didn't we?
It's cleansed my soul.
Cleanse the soul. We are floating fairies, and now we're walking on Clapham Common, having a gorgeous evening, and then we're going to get some picky bits, aren't we?
There's
Food.
nothing more I would want to do in this world if I'm quite honest.
It's lush, isn't it?
Lush is really
And de-stress.
Yeah, yeah. Yeah, I'm so de-stressed. It's fine. We're getting there.
We are getting
We're
there.
working on it.
Yeah.
Also, it's gorgeous.
This is absolutely stunning. Like, do you know what I love? Is like seeing everyone out for picnics. Gorgeous. Do you know what? Dilly is a Dash boy. I put this on my Instagram the other day. He loves Dash. I'm not a fan. Trip is my favourite.
Have you had the strawberry one?
No.
Oh my! We'll get one on the way home because it's
Can we
magnesium.
actually?
It's like a calm.
Wait, sorry, Trip strawberry?
Yeah.
Yes,
The
amazing.
calm- the
Sorry,
calm
I
one.
thought you meant the
No,
Dash
no.
ones.
No, but I did get ID.
I just think they're a bit like sparkling water. It's not for me, but this is why I love Lucy. So she's the same as me with food in terms of like
I'll eat chicken.
healthy, and we both love protein. So we've both gone for some chicken. It's a picky bits vibe, isn't it? So we've got some olives, some hummus, carrot sticks, some mini cucumbers, and then some chicken and pineapple. And then if we're hungry, we're just going to get some more food after, aren't we? By the way, I'm showing Lucy this new camera and the face. How cute are her pyjamas? But now it's tracking my face. So if I come over here, it'll follow me. Do you know what's funny? Before we had our...
I'm so geeking out on it.
So now I'm
Wait.
going to stay still and you just move and go over there. It's going to follow you. I know. You can vlog your illustrations now.
God.
If you don't know, Lucy's Queen illustrations on Instagram.
Follow me. This is the coolest
What is
thing.
your Instagram handle again?
Lucy Clare illustration.
You shouldn't have had to think that hard.
No,
about
no.
Lucy did an illustration for Taylor Swift.
Biggest moment of my life.
Morning. Look how beautiful this view is. Sorry, I've got my retainers in. How sweet is that? You can actually see Battersea Power Station over there. How cool is that? I woke up at 5:15. We were going to get up at 5:30 anyway. And Lucy wasn't in bed, and I was like, oh my god, I've been snoring like a warthog, because sometimes I do, but Dylan obviously snores like way louder than I do, so it's never an issue with us. And I was like, oh my god, I've kicked her out, but she's fine. She's fine. And she's now making an iced matcha. She wasn't feeling very well. I'm gonna show them this matcha situation because my mind is fucking blown. You've got pods. Yeah, perfect taste.
So there's a pod in there. Love that.
I must admit though, these are the salted caramel ones, and I just get normal.
Bet they're delicious.
So
this is why I don't do matcha.
The hands on it.
Yeah. Taste test the matcha. I'm quite picky. I like some matchas, but
I think perfect taste is the best. I love it if you're like, that's disgusting.
no, that's sexual.
It's the coconut water. Because also it's really rehydrating, isn't it?
You're saying it's a coconut water. I'm quite confident it's a salted caramel.
They also do a raspberry one, which is so
That's
good.
far too nice to be good for you. I'm gonna have this little matcha, and then I'm gonna try and squeeze into your Pilates class, aren't I? Yeah.
That'll be fine. Manifest.
A manifest, and then I'm gonna go and meet someone that I work with. So we've got a nice day. That class was honestly one of the hardest things I've ever done. But how cute is this? I'm doing Lucy's morning routine, which is Pilates and then Gail's. How cool is that? Oh, just everyone's out running. Gorgeous. Oh my goodness. I've just got back, got ready, and I really want to put some makeup on, but I don't feel like I've nailed acne-free makeup yet. Like I still feel like I get a reaction from it, and I don't know if it's because my skin is active, so anything that I put on it is going to be bad. I don't know. So I'm just going to go makeup free again today, which is the same as what I do all the time. But you know when you like there's some days where you just want to look nice, and I just need to find some makeup. So if you know some makeup that is good for acne, please let me know. I'm not wearing anything particularly fancy. I'm just wearing, I think everyone saw this top on TikTok. It's just a TikTok top, which I think is great. Some linen trousers and then some sandals because it's a heat wave in London at the moment. So I can't cope with anything too warm. Lucy's making eggs in an air fryer, and I've just literally never, also one, look at Lucy's outfit. How great. How great does she look? And also two, Lucy's obsessed with the Our Place air fryer. And look at that. Hello everyone, I am back at Lucy's flat. I actually was going to film some of the meeting today because we were chatting about some of the projects that we've been working on, and because this vlog is like an entire vlog of my few days in London, I keep forgetting what I've already spoken about. But the main kind of projects that we're working on at the moment are, one, making sure that I'm making content for my socials, and part of that was bringing YouTube back again, because to be honest with you, people talk about creator burnout, so like creators, like content creators make content. Technically I'm a content creator because I always just think about myself as talking about hormones online, which I guess is content. And recently I've been like wanting to have a bit more fun with it, and like just being a bit more myself and not having to think like, what do I need to post today, or like how perfect does that post need to be. And that is why I'm bringing YouTube back, because like I just feel like I can be myself all the time and don't have to overthink it. So one, we talked about socials and how I can make that fun again. Two, we've got the podcast, which I can't wait for. Like, you can tell how excited I am. So we've got a final episode to film tomorrow, which I'll bring you along with as well. I'm dead excited for it. We were going to launch it end of July, but basically I've been really struggling with stress, like I've mentioned a few times. So we're actually going to push the launch a couple of weeks just to make sure it's done in the right way. So we've got the socials, the podcast, Found, which is the women's health brand. I'm loving that. If you don't follow the socials, it's found.womenshealth. And basically at the moment, it's like a hub of women's health information. We're bringing in experts to make posts on topics that you guys care about. So anything that you want to see on there, just let me know, because I feel like my page, the Sophie.Richards one, RIP the endo spectrum for the ones that remember, is more like my life and what I'm going through and like talking about my skin and stuff, whereas like actually I have like a wealth of hormone knowledge that I find really hard to post on there. So like I wanted Found for me, but also for other experts to share their opinions, because I'm not an expert in everything. So we've got Found, and then under Found we've got the app, which is coming. The app, I think, might change people's lives, I hope. It's basically going to be a bit of everything, and I don't know how long it's going to take because I'm not a tech girly. I can barely work out this camera, so I am basically talking to app developers at the moment at the process, because basically I just want to be like, this is what I want, how do we make it, and how expensive is it going to be? Turns out really expensive, but I also think worth it. So working on the app. So what I have done in classic me fashion, and not that my old manager is listening to this, but if Jo is listening, he was like the best manager ever. He'd be like, your problem is that you spin too many plates at the same time. And I was like, it's a problem I still have, like 6 years later, but I find it way more exciting and I really enjoy doing it. And I'm also rambling, so I'm going to wrap this up in a second, I promise you. But those are the projects that we're working on. They're what we were talking about. Nothing else is going on, not hiding anything else. We've got the podcast, the app, my socials, YouTube coming back, and the book. Written the book, which is so exciting and a bit wild. The reason I'm not speaking about it that much is, to be honest with you, it kind of took over my life from like all of last year till the start of this year. Mentally, it was the hardest thing I've ever had to go through, because I'm so used to being able to jump from project to project and make different posts, whereas the book, I felt like I was locked in a cave where I had to write every single piece of information that is in this head. I had to write it into this book. I say had to, it was like the best gift ever. I loved it. But it meant that I like didn't socialise enough and didn't do all the things that make me really happy. So I'm not talking about the book yet properly because it doesn't come out until the 1st of January. It's available to pre-order because basically loads of books, health books, get sold out so quickly in January. So they were like, make sure you give your audience enough time to order it. So I was like, pre-order, got it. So I'll put the link in the description if you do want to pre-order it. Thank you if you do, by the way, because I think it's a bit wild that I've got a book coming out, which is amazing. And I think it's even more wild that people are buying it. Like, it's so exciting, and I've always wanted to be able to share more information because the things I learned in that menstrual health course was nuts. So I've literally poured it all into this book so that you guys have it as well and you can read it whenever you want. We sacked off the picnic because it's too hot, isn't it?
I can't do it.
Also, this dress is adorable.
Oh no, have I told you where it's from?
No?
TikTok.
My top this morning was from TikTok. Food has been, what is this? Hummus rainbow veg.
I've never had this before.
Neither. It's a veggie one, so obviously got some protein to go with it. And then we've just got some fruit. So chilled vibes, bit of a secret. Manifesting, and that's it. Morning. I am feeling excited for today. It's Thursday. We're going to film the podcast today, the last episode. So I've just been going through on my laptop the structure and just like putting some key bits in there that I want to make sure are in the podcast. And I'm just dead excited. I really love my producer Sophia. She's just gorgeous, and like I feel really lucky to get to work with her because I normally work on my own. So it's really nice having people that I get to like meet and catch up with and be like, we're working on a project together, rather than just like me on my own in my office going a bit nuts. So I'm dead excited to see her. I'm dead excited to film the last episode, and I just can't believe it's like all coming to life. I put on my story in like so specific January 2024, so literally last year, that I was going to start a podcast, and I looked at the studio and was like, I'm going to do it. But at the time I just didn't have the time or the resources, like I couldn't afford it. And something on that note, oh god, I can't believe it. So literally this happened last night, so I am like high as a kite. I paid for the podcast, and I was told that basically like no one funds the first podcast, because you see like sponsored by da 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 da. Mine was not going to be sponsored by anyone because I was just like, oh my god, it's the first season. Anyway, I'm gonna go get ready and then I'm going to see you at the studio. Is what you lot see when we've got the podcast. So it's like this, it looks like a living room, but it's actually in a studio, versus what I see, which is this.
Just me.
It's just you and you. I love it. Right, let's get into the episode.
Let's do it.
Hello and welcome back to Finally Found, the podcast that is finally giving women's health the attention that it deserves. And so I want to share a bit more about my journey with you so that hopefully if anyone is out there in the you're being dramatic. One of them genuinely said that it was basically in my head. Done.
Finished. Season 1.
Season 1 of many, hopefully. Hope it goes well.
100%.
Lots of emotions, lots of hysterically, and then we had to stop a lot, didn't we?
It was an emotional time. Digging up your journey is like an intense thing.
I thought I'd get teary. I didn't think I'd be like, I can't physically film right now.
Yeah, but you did film.
We got through it. I'm not sure if anyone can hear what I was saying. I was just like, the whole time. Yeah, we're done. Season 1. And that is it. I am done with my trip to London. The podcast went really well, although I do think I was very emotional. I'm kind of worried that you're not going to actually be able to hear me like talking through the crying. But it was only for a bit of a section when I was talking about my ending journey. I genuinely forgot how bad it was until I started talking about it, and I was like, oh, turns out it was pretty bad. But I'm really happy that I shared it all, and I think it would really help someone. And now I get to jump on a train, do some more work. I'm working on something exciting. I might actually be hiring someone, which is really exciting. So I'm going to basically on the train work out exactly what that role would be. And then I get to go home and see Dylan, which I can't wait for. So yeah, thank you so much for watching, and see you next week for the next vlog, because this is me and you now. We're doing this every week. Bye!